Hello everybody, this is Kirsten and today I am not wearing any makeup because I'm going to do a get ready with me everyday makeup look. So the first thing I did was I moistened my beauty blender. My beauty blender is super dirty. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation, and right now I'm using 220. I was using the 115. I think it was a little light for my skin. I'm not sure if this is absolutely perfect, but I think it's a little bit better of a match for me than the last one was. So that is the first thing I put on. Sometimes I will do like a lotion on my face, but this is going to sound weird. Lotions tend to make my face turn red. Like, you can tell right now I have a little bit of redness in my cheeks. Lotions, for some reason, I don't know if it's like my skin can't breathe, but they make my skin turn a little red when I'm trying to put on makeup, which means that I have to usually put on more on my cheeks to cover up the redness. So, just a fun fact about me and my skin, you know. Oh, God. So, all I pretty much do is I just kind of pat this, like I pat it on my face. Because I used to do the motion where you like kind of slide it around, but it would leave my face kind of, I don't know, not fully covered. And I wasn't a fan of that. So recently I've been patting it in instead of like doing a sweeping motion. So it kind of makes it look a little bit more even, I guess you'd say. In every video I make, I apologize if the lighting changes because my cat, my lovely cat, is up in the window. Like in every video I do. Hi. Yeah, you're a sweetheart. Just sitting up in the blinds. I would open the blinds, but then it like makes this whole side of my face super light and then this side look really dark. So I usually just keep them like closed. But he likes to just sit up there every day. Every day. So usually I would use, for my next step, I would use my Fit Me Matte Concealer. So it's in 15 Fair. When I bought this with the other one, and I tried to find a concealer lighter than the foundation I bought. So usually I would use this, but it's like really empty. I like added water to it to make it last a little longer. So if this isn't enough, I'm going to use another concealer actually just under my eyes, to be honest with you. Just under my eyes, because I have been using the new, oh wait, hold on, one more spot, right there. I've been using the new, it's the Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer with Hydrocolonic Vitamin C and K. So this is by, it's by It Cosmetics. And I just got this in an Ipsy. That's probably like, that might actually be enough for both eyes. So I'm going to put just a few dots over there. So the first time I used this, the first time actually I got the CC cream by them, and I used a little bit, or what I thought was a little bit, was way too much. So now I've come to realize I don't need like any of that. It's just so, God, such a little bit goes such a long way for the It Cosmetics. Like, their stuff is great, but I wish it like told you how much you should use, because I know I used like I would normally use on a regular product the amount, and it was way too much. So I just kind of pat that in under my eyes and go over the rest of the places where I put concealer. Just kind of blend those out, and this is pretty much just my basis for all the other lovely makeup I'm going to put on my face. And this is, yeah, pretty much what I do every day. Yep. Nothing fancy. The next thing I do, and I'm going to show you all the tools I use as I use them, like my beauty blender. I think this one is from Big Lots. The other one I'm going to be using soon is from the Dollar Tree. A lot of my stuff is really cheap. Hi. Hi. Go over there. Just go over there. So the next thing I usually do, this is the order in which I've been doing my stuff lately, so I figured I would just show it to you as well in the order I do it. So next, what I usually do is I take my makeup brush. I don't even know which one exactly this is. It came in a set, but it's like kind of just like this on the top, and it's from Sonia Keshik. It was one I got for Christmas. And I'll take this and whatever bronzer I'm using. I have been using the Tarte's Park Avenue Princess, but for some reason I feel it's kind of light. I don't know. I feel it's kind of light. So I've actually gone back to, let me pull it out of here, my e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzer powder. And does it say like in St. Lucia? I'm going to say Lucia. I'm going to go with that. And I just take this bronzer right here. It's a lot darker in comparison to the Park Avenue Princess. Like, I barely need any for it to show up on my skin, whereas that one I really need to get into the pan for it to show up. So this one, I'll just take it like right here and just do kind of a down motion. I'm not sure if this is how you're supposed to do it. It's how I do it, you know. Keeping it real. I don't know what I'm doing. This is just what I do. Just what I do. And I used to go farther down, but it kind of made it look weird. So now I just go like to about where it meets up with my eye. And that's where I stop. And sometimes if I feel like I did too much, I'll kind of like round it out a little bit. But, you know. And then, okay, so this is going to sound crazy. On this side, I know exactly where to come down. On this side, like my cheek is more flush and kind of round on this side, whereas on this side, it doesn't have as much of a line. So like I'm always confused on how to make them look even, because this side just doesn't look the same as that side. Like, I don't know. This cheek is plumper than this cheek, so it has more of like a little indent to use. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I just have weird cheeks apparently. So I always make the weirdest faces when I'm doing makeup though. See, they don't even look even. Like this one's up here and this one's down here. How does that? Whatever. I have uneven cheeks. Deal with it. I know I do. Like, not happy about it, but I deal with it. And that's why I have a drink, because coughing and dry mouth, it happens. That's actually really good. So that's the first time I've had that. I bought a couple of those, and I wanted to try all the different flavors, so I bought like, which one is that? The Panama peach? It tastes just like tea to me. I don't know why, it just tastes like peach tea. Okay, so the next thing that I did was I always, well, not always, but recently, after watching a video, somebody said something about how if you do your highlighter after you do your blush, it doesn't blend as well, which I've noticed is true. When I do it like that, I've noticed that's true. So I've been doing bronzer and then my highlighter. And the highlighter that I'm using is by Pacifica. It's called Ethereal. I actually used to use this as an eyeshadow as well. And now I pretty much just kind of use it for highlighter. I just kind of brush over the areas that I had put concealer, more or less. It's like right under my eye, all the way up, down my nose, over my eyebrows, and sometimes right under my nose, which probably doesn't make much sense, but it's what I do. I noticed that when I used to do it though, over my blush, it just looked like a white streak across my face. I don't know if the brush makes different, but this is also the fluffiest brush that I got in my set by Sonia Keshik. I really like this. At first I had no idea what to do with it, but I really like using it for highlighter. I don't even know if you can actually see highlighter on me, but I feel like it's there, and isn't that enough? So then I will take my blush brush, which is a really, like, a tightly packed brush by Sonia Keshik, and I usually, it depends on how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like I have to get ready really fast, I won't even put anything extra on here, and I will use what is on here if I'm going for a really, like, light face, like, kind of natural. I'll just use what's already on the brush, and I'll just kind of pat it into my cheeks. And then other times it depends on if I'm doing a really dark eye and if I have a little bit extra time to do my makeup that day or something. Like today I do, obviously. but I will take either the e.l.f. one that I had. I've been using this one more lately because I've been using the bronzer that goes with it. Why do I feel like there's random strands of like hair on my face? I'll take that one, or the other one I've been using is Preparedness, right? Is this one? Yeah. Is Rocketeur? I think I've been saying Rocketeer, but I guess it's Rocketeur by Benefit. I got the little like sample one in the Christmas calendar, and I've been using this one, so I've kind of been going back and forth between those two. Like I was saying, usually what I forgot to do is usually when I do my bronzer, I will take my bronzing brush and I will go kind of like these little points on my head and then lightly just go all the way around, and then sometimes under my chin, and then on the sides of my nose, which I usually do before I do my highlighter, but I forgot. It happens. It happens. So then when I go back with my blush and I do like my cheeks with my blush, I will also put a little splotch there and there. Sometimes there. Not really, but sometimes. Sometimes you do things that are weird. So that's pretty much like the basis. This is what I will do every day, and then what I do on top of that depends on how I feel that day, because the rest is pretty much like eyeshadow and stuff, and it depends on if I want to do like a kind of smoky eye or like a very kind of light nude. It's the Makeover Essentials Classic 10 palette. I'm obsessed with this palette. I love it. I use it every day, except for, actually I'll take that back, I think yesterday I used the nudes. It's okay. Like nothing is in comparison to this. Like this is my favorite. You can tell that I have used the crap out of it. In fact, the first color I use every time is Down to Pan, which really upsets me. Yeah. So how I usually start off my makeup lately, I have been taking just this Wet n Wild brush that I actually got at the Dollar Tree, and they still have a bunch of them there. I really like this brush. It's super fluffy. I will take that, and I will take the first color, which is like, I wish these had names. It's just like a really, it's a white kind of pearl color, like kind of sparkly and stuff. Sorry, my cat is moving around the back. I will take that, and I will just take that and put it right in the corner of my eye and go up. That is pretty much all I do. I also try to get some underneath, so it looks like, you know, because they say, for some reason they say when you put like a white color at the front of your, at the corner of your eye, it makes your eyes look bigger, and I'm like, okay, I'm down with that. We can do that. I don't mind. I don't mind looking like I have bigger eyes. Whether it's true or not, you know, I don't know. But I do it in the same. Because I always feel like if I start off with a white towards the inner part of my eye, then I can always, no matter what, make a smoky eye if I want to, if I just take darker colors to the back. So I can either make a smoky eye from this, or I can do whatever else I want. But I can, if I decide halfway through, let's do a smoky eye, I can do a smoky eye. So just what I do. So you could probably do this with any palette, because you don't have to have just this palette, but you know, take the lightest color on the palette and start right there, right where I do, you know. The next color I'm taking is kind of like a champagne-y. I have two that are very similar. I'm trying to remember which one I usually use second. I think it's this one. The second lightest color, which is kind of like a brown champagne-y color, and it comes out really almost like the same color as my lid with a bit of shine. It's really pretty. Kind of like just goldish. I like putting that all over my lid because I can still from this take it and make it either a smoky eye, or I can just do browns and make it a very neutral eye. So I think it's a good transition color from like the really light color. So, yeah. And I don't mind using the same brush for those two because they're very similar, like light colors, as long as I use the like lightest first. Next, I'll probably end up taking that exact same brush again, just a different one that's hopefully cleaner with a different color. And I'm trying to decide. I'm going to go with maybe a brown smoky eye today, because then I can do kind of both of the eyes that I do. And I'll just take this and I'll just lightly pat it right there. Nothing fancy. I try not to do it too hard just because... Are my ducks making noise? Go get in the window and check on my ducks. You're a bad brother. I'll just take this and pat it. I try not to do it too dark or pat too hard because I have noticed these are really pigmented, and when you pat hard sometimes with them, it goes on really dark, which can sometimes mess up if you don't want that to be the darkest part of your eye, or it can go darker than you want. Take that. Fun parts. Woo! I feel like you could definitely do this exact same look probably with like the nudes collection or with any other like palette that had browns and light colors. Sorry, his tail scared me. But I could definitely do this exact look with this palette because it has really dark colors and all the nudes and like shimmers. So the nudes would be great for this look. I just prefer these because I think they blend better. So I'm actually going to go with this color, which I think might actually be a green, but it looks like a black. It's like, it just comes out really smoky. See, it looks just like black. So we're going to say it's a black. And I just kind of smoke that in. Obviously, you can tell I'm not a professional or know what I'm doing because I just kind of do that, and then I always go over with my finger to blend it better because I feel like I get better control with my finger than I do a brush. Is that weird? Yep. So that one goes up a little higher. The hardest part for me is always like trying to figure out where color goes here and trying to make it match on the other side. But I just kind of play with it until it matches more or less. And I feel like sometimes I go up too high, but I can always fix that when I put on the lighter color, the lightest color up there. And then just blend it in, and then I'll take that same color. This happens to be a double-sided brush that I got from Etsy, and I have no idea who it's by. Like, I've had it for so long, I don't know who it is anymore. But it has like a really nice brush on this side and then a more tapered, pointed brush on this side. So I'll just take that side, hit the exact same color that I just did, and then just kind of pull it down underneath my eye. Like kind of right along the waterline. And then because this is more tapered, I will take the darkest color, which is a black. I will take a black or the same color that I just used, and I'll put it on the tapered end where it's more compact. And then I will just kind of make a half line right here above my lashes. Just so it kind of looks like I did eyeliner without actually doing eyeliner because I suck at liner. I didn't used to think I sucked at liner until I stopped using liner, and then I was like, you really suck at liner. Why didn't you know this for all the years that you used it? So that is pretty much what I will do. And then I will just take the lightest color, again, that I put at the very front of my eye right here. I will take that color again. Actually, where's that fluffy brush? Is that up here? For some reason I thought I saw it. Where did you go? Okay, we're just going to take this one then. I'm going to take this fluffy brush by Sonia Kashuk, take that lightest color, and just kind of fluff it right along, right above the dark color. That's pretty much what I will do with my eyes for now, and then I'll stop doing eyeshadow, and I'll pull out this palette, which I got on eBay for like, I don't know, $3 or something, which is just a bunch of like browns and matte colors. It's just a bunch of matte colors. Like I was saying, I take this really cheap double-sided brush that has a smudger on one side and then like a brow brush on the other. Ow. And I will take the darkest brown, which is right next to this black. I take that color because I have really dark brows. They're almost probably like black. And I will take that color and put it on the brush. And then I will just kind of fill in my brows. I don't have perfect brows, but I will admit they are not horrible. So I don't have to do much to them. I just kind of have to fill them in. The lip liner I'm going to use is by Wet n Wild, and it is 712 Willow. It's just like pretty much a exact lip color kind of thing. It needs to be sharpened though. Wish I knew that. Oh shit. I'm going to have to sharpen it real fast. Because nothing is worse than scratching your eye or your lips with a pencil that isn't sharpened. It's like the worst. So let me sharpen that real fast. Hopefully it won't take too long. Hopefully the last thing I didn't sharpen in here was black, because I hate it when you sharpen something that isn't black. The last thing you sharpened was like your eyeliner. Oh god. So just take this and kind of line my lips. I feel like even if I'm not using a nude color, or like a lip color, it's still okay to use like a lip color liner underneath, because it just helps it stay. Just kind of overdraw my lips just a tiny bit. Sometimes I cannot overdraw my lips because I can feel that I've overdrawn them and it drives me up the wall. So I feel like to each their own. If you can do it and it doesn't bother you, congratulations. Sometimes I can get away with it. Sometimes it just irks me to the end of the earth. That's good. I mean, like, I don't really, like, color them in. I'll just do the outside, like, line. And that's good. Where is the, here it is. And then I will take, like, the e.l.f. Jumbo Gloss Stick in Sangria Starters and just kind of lightly color it in. And that is basically it for my lips. I don't feel like I have to do too much for my lips. I mean, sometimes I feel like this isn't enough. I will go over it with the gloss just to give it a little something extra. I hate it when you touch your lipstick and it just like smudges everywhere. So that's pretty much it for my lips. Last thing I do is I will put on mascara. Depending on my mood, totally depends on what mascara I use. The first one that I use when I really just want my lashes to look extremely natural and just kind of like they're there, but I don't want them to over compete with like whatever I have on my shadow, and that is the Neutrogena Healthy Volume So depending on what my eyes look like, I'll use that. The other two that I use, I probably use more often, is the Bad Gal Lash by Benefit and the They're Real by Benefit. These ones are like, I want everybody to look at my eyes. Not the girl I work with, me. So I will use this one, and it's amazing. It makes my eyelashes just look extremely long, and it has that little thing on the end so I can get like even these lashes. This is when I'm feeling like I want great lashes, but I don't want to have to sit there for like 5 minutes and do every single lash. But today we're going to do the They're Real. I have like methods of doing this, but usually when I do my methods, I stab myself in the eye and get mascara on my top lid. Like always. Always. That is pretty much everything I do when I do my makeup for every day. This is my everyday makeup look. I hope you like it. That is like all the products I use. I'm pretty sure I told you what everything was. But yeah, that is my everyday makeup look. This is it. If you like this video, I'm sure it's extremely long. I apologize for that. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe so you can, you know, be notified every time I post a video. Which honestly is not enough. Like, I need to get on that YouTube game and post my videos. Because I will make videos, but then editing them and posting them is a totally different story. But I'm going to try to get better at that and post as many videos as I possibly can because, yeah. I will see you guys next time. Be sure to subscribe and push that like button and leave me a comment down below if you guys have any other products that you think I should try out, because I am actually looking for a new concealer because I have a sample size of the under eye stuff and I'm out of my actual concealer. So I am looking for a new one because the one I use is subpar. I feel like I could definitely find something that's better. It doesn't wow me. So if you guys have any other products that you think I should use or that I would like, please leave them down below because I'm always looking for new stuff. Yeah. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great day.